Hi everyone, let's paint together today this beautiful third eye Chakra Mandala or Ajna. Every 30-degree lines and 1 centimeter row. And we started with our fourth custom color, and this is a mix ultramarine blue, bright blue and white. All materials in description, you can check it out. So with thin tool I'm making this like a tails, and so it's, you see, size in a total like 3 centimeters length. Put enough paint, you can add, as you see, a little bit more. And second one, I'm doing the opposite side. I'm placing between the lines, as you see, and going down and up. Third eye chakra contains 2 patterns, that's why it's I want to create 2 main patterns. And moving forward, and just a little bit more paint on the middle side, as you see, to make it pop out when it's dry out. So it's kind of making it more visible. And moving forward with 1 millimeter tool, and our first custom color, this is in bright blue with white. I'm placing 1 dot on the lines, as you see, on rows, and with the same tool I'm walking around just to the half, to the middle part of this pattern we just created, making it a little bit more interesting, our painting. It was our first custom color. And the next one, I'm making the second custom color. It's a little bit more blue and less yellow. And I'm placing this between rows, you see, on the video, and walking around with the same tool. And also only to the half of this pattern. I'm not going for the full length. And with the same tool and the same paint, so this is our second custom color, I'm placing dot on the top of this still wet pattern. And this make our color, when it's dry out, plain a little bit more, because this is another color. Just to make it a little bit round. And after that, we just moving around, and with small brush, or you can choose a middle size one, still maybe will be even more better for you. We are going down around this and just moving stroke as down literally to the center of mandala, as you see, like that. And this is our third custom color. So we are playing with tones of a blue. And if you're experimenting, just remember that color may be a little bit too dark when it's dry out, so just keep it in mind. especially when you're creating your custom colors. Yeah, and making small lines on the top, making stroke like more visible, more pop out. And removing bubbles if you found some. And next one I'm doing also with the same salt custom color, and you see I'm starting a little bit up, so almost from the edge, like on the top of last row line, and leaving a little bit space between. You can move painting how it will be handy for you. Just remember that your hand should be comfortable on the desk to make your moves more certain. Yeah, and just look around, so balance both sides when you're making strokes. After that, we are moving to our fourth custom color. And I'm starting from almost the same place, but I'm trying to make it a little bit like curve. So I'm making end of the stroke like thinner, and also moving like down almost to the center. And removing bubbles. I'm choosing a little bit bigger brush, and this will be a little bit handy for me. And you see immediately your strokes much wider. This is our custom color number 4, just a reminder. And we are balancing both sides. So these lines in this particular case will be more for our understanding of size and total. And again, with the same custom color number 4, and doing the same for this one. These lines, particularly in this case, we don't need these marks. They are working for us more for understanding the dimensions of these two big flowers. But obviously we are making these marks because of this reason, so it's kind of working. So, and next one, custom color number 5. And you see a little bit more blue in this one, and it's kind of already visible. Removing bubbles. Especially be careful with, I'm placing 2 in this case, and you see end of the stroke I'm putting on the top of previous one to make it top part of flower a little bit wider. Especially be careful with custom colors when you're mixing paint, so we need to remove all bubbles, because when paint will be dry out, it will be not too nice. And so 2 from both sides with our custom color number 5. You see, I'm making like a little bit around these strokes. And last ones. If you don't have the same colors, you can literally experiment with another ones. but all materials that I'm using will be in description, as I said, so you can check it out. And moving forward, our custom color number 6. More blue, ultramarine blue, and less white. In this one particularly, it's maybe like 10% only. And I want to make it a little bit wider to make this curve like more visible. Custom color number 6. As I said, and this time I'm literally placing end of the stroke on the top of previous one to make it thinner. I think it's visible already, but I'm still trying to move end of the stroke and like to show that in the center of mandala all our colors that we are using will be visible, even if this will be like thin line like that. Still will be interesting at the end. These all small details will play out. Even if you are noticing this, it will be visible for your eye. And on the top, I'm literally balancing both flowers now to make it as similar as I can. I'm not trying to make it identical, so I'm still remember that this is the art and it shouldn't be identical actually. So a little bit bigger brush, like a good middle size, and we are making strokes. I'm literally choosing just clear ultramarine blue. It's a little bit darker at the end, so I will need to play with this, but I like this contrast. And I'm placing 2 from both sides. Oh, only 1 from each side, sorry. And you see how it's beautifully and on the top of previous strokes. I wish this color will be the same when straight out. Unfortunately, it's not true. So, and after that, I made a mix ultramarine blue with purple iris. Let's call it our 7 custom color. Just literally half to half. And this make it a little bit more interesting, put it this way, but still dark. You may stick with ultramarine blue, just this one, if you don't have purple iris. Just if you can, if you maybe got another dark purple color, just add a little bit and this will make it more interesting in the total you're painting. And I'm making 1 from both sides, and the brush, you see, because strokes so big, I did choose a literally good one, middle size brush. And end of the strokes on the top. So in center you see like it's so thin and nice. It's almost ready. Our like 2 big flowers symbolizing 2 petals of this chakra. Really beautiful. And we almost between lines, you see our marks working for us. With the same color, with the same custom 7 color, or if you don't have this purple iris, so just ultramarine blue, making 2 more strokes, like make it a little bit wider. And you see I'm starting this 1 centimeter below first one and second one, just a little bit shorter, and making just a little bit more playing around. I'm not saying it was boring, but at this point we need to add a little bit more forms. So I'm starting like 1 centimeter lower or between rows, as you see, and the next one on this row. And I'm end of the strokes and put it on the top of previous one, so making a little bit this middle and top sides of flower wider, but the end like still thin. And from another side the same, 1 centimeter lower, and next one 1 centimeter more lower. Like that. And you see this paint already drying out, and it's a little bit becoming darker and darker. It will be still visible when everything dry out, but it will be not so bright. That's why it's kind of tricky to deal with, but we will manage this. Beautiful. Just when you're making these strokes, lines in the middle of strokes, making strokes more pop out and making this feeling that it's a lot of pain on strokes. But actually it's true, because a lot of pain on strokes. It's beautiful, look at this. So I want to play now with this space between flowers. It's still kind of the same pattern, but with this part I want to play and make these 2 big flowers even more visible. So let's do this. So with the same custom color number 6, we are moving around, starting on the top of this last one and moving around along the flower till the center. So this kind of an end of this flower, but this is at the same time beginning of the new one. And around. And remember, your hand should be comfortable on desk to especially making such moves. Not so easy. And if you're not sure yet in strokes, just remember, wait until these 2 big flowers dry out, and after that you can move forward with these new ones. This shape not so easy, so that's why you maybe will come back a couple of times with fresh paint to move it, make it nice. But look how beautiful it is. Literally it's working and making more contrast for near these dark colors that we just used. So we're starting on the top of this stroke and literally moving around it and to the center along these lines. And I like to make it, if it will be like thin line, I want to make it to, so in the center of mandala will be all colors that we used will be present, and this will give balance to our painting. A long line, and you see it's already getting darker and darker out of the strokes. Moving forward, this time we'll use our custom color number 5. I'm starting a little bit lower on the line, you see, and the same way I'm moving around to the center along the lines, and this color much lighter, as you see, and definitely making difference. Again, I'm trying to make these lines like similar, to create a nice shape of this spot. And still look at your paint, and it's only your painting, your custom painting, so just work with yours one. Don't, my example, just example for you. Remember that you are creating your own art. I like to come back sometimes and make this line on the top of the stroke to move paint. It's beautiful. The next one, our custom color number 4. And we're starting over there on the spot and moving around again the same way. And the end of the stroke will be thin, but it's nice for us. You see, double down a little bit. You need middle size or even bigger brush to make it a lot of paint on it. And this kind of at the same time, like we are still playing with these 2 big flowers. Even from this perspective, we kind of covering space between. It's still working like with these 2 big flowers. And around. It's really beautiful, as you see. And next one, I will do custom color number 3. I'm starting literally on the top, and what I'm doing, I'm trying to leave a little bit space between. But again, as I said, you're creating your own art, so if it's not enough space, just make it a little bit on the top. Don't worry. Really depends on paint, on brushes, on how much you're putting pressure on a brush, so it literally shouldn't be the same. A little bit more paint. And you see, I like when in the center it's also already like dark, lighter colors. And the next one, custom color number 2. Add a little bit smaller brush, still middle size. And moving around. And from this side, you see, it's not enough too much space between, but I'm still want to add this tone. So I'm making small ones on the top, like that. And thin lines around with the same color, just around, to add this tone over there also. Because it's much lighter, I want to add this. And now I'm trying to make it like, maybe not identical, but nice shape in a total. So I'm not trying to fix and make it identical. It shouldn't be identical, it should be beautiful. And next one, I will use custom color number 1st, and I'm starting over there and removing pressure. I'm not going further, just between strokes, and from this side. So I'm making kind of accent on this area, and this way I also can a little bit shape this spot that left. like that. And from another side the same way. Again, with these strokes you can a little bit shape this space. This time a little bit further I can do. I'm still leaving space between end of these strokes. And releasing pressure. Over there we will place a little bit another color just to make a contrast. And to make again add a little bit of contrast, I'm adding another tone between these strokes, and this will be middle-sized brush, and the color is number 4, our custom color. Like that, just in the middle, just pressing and releasing pressure. Like that. Removing all bubbles. And from another side, the same custom color number 4. And after that, remove all bubbles that you can see and let everything dry out so you can see a result, how it will be after that. You see it's still visible, another tone, so I like it, this effect. I definitely will use this in future. And let's wait a little bit. And you see everything dry out, and all these really dark ones. So I'm using our custom color number 8 to lighten up this a little bit. I'm not starting a little on the same spot because these strokes are visible. I'm starting a little bit lower. It's not so visible on the video, but it is visible. It's not black, it's dark blue. And I'm starting a little bit, as you see, I'm creating like nice shapes. Only this one the same size. All others a little bit lower. So I'm playing like when I'm starting. So this one I'm starting 1 centimeter lower. This one half centimeter lower only. This one also 1 centimeter lower. And this one almost the same size. And I did use a smaller brush to make it more handy for me. And you see I'm going till the end of the stroke, to the center of mandala. And you see it's much brighter blue now, and this will be like that when it's dry out. And this is literally our custom color number 7 plus drop of white, literally 1 drop of white. Anyways, moving forward, I also want to add a little bit more details to this central part of our painting, and with a small brush and our custom color number 6, you see I'm starting a little bit lower, 1 centimeter lower from both sides. Yeah, look at how it should be balanced from both sides till the end. And next one a little bit lower, maybe half of centimeter lower. And next one also half centimeter lower. And next one the same. And I'm going till the end to the center of mandala. And a little bit lower again. You see how interesting this became? Even more interesting. Let's put it this way. And the same from another side. 1 centimeter lower. Custom color number 6. Just a reminder, all materials in our description bottle. Okay. And half centimeter lower. And a little bit lower. And a little bit lower. And look how it is more balanced now. And more blue, I may say. So let everything dry out. And we need to use our pearl turquoise art creation 3D drop. I'm literally putting 2, and with a thin tool making like tails between flowers, like that. That's why I prefer to leave a little bit space between those strokes. Remove if it's a bit not like it's working for you. And these sides also, this way we are balancing this color a little bit colder, but we'll use this to making their work. And another one I will use also art creation, and this will be pearl silver. And I place 2 drops over there like that, and also make like tails like that, and brighten up this way our strokes. Also remove if anything, something you don't like, or you wanna make it a little bit thinner, your tails, like that. You can leave it like that actually, but I decided to go with the small one in the center, also with pearl silver. Not too big, just like that. So hope you enjoy this painting. Hope you enjoy your painting, and see you on next video. Bye.